Today's episode of the Tourpreneur podcast is kindly sponsored by Checkfront, the booking platform trusted by over 5,000 tour and activity operators around the world. This month, Checkfront is offering an exclusive 90-day free trial for tourpreneurs. Find out more at checkfront.com/tourpreneur.
Welcome to the Tourpreneur podcast. Travel industry veteran Shane Whaley will take you on a journey with fellow tourpreneurs, sharing their tips, ideas, insights, and success stories to inspire you to make your tour business the best it can be. And now, here is your host, Shane Whaley.
And welcome back to Tourpreneur, the 30-day Things to Do challenge for tour operators. We are on day 6, and we say welcome back to Kyla Steves. How are you, Kyla?
I'm doing great. And let's just dive right in. Day 6 of the challenge is all about boosting your Instagram engagement. So, when it comes to Instagram, we can get so focused on just putting out content that our audience will find interesting that we forget to show interest in our audience. And one of the best things you can do on Instagram to get better results, as in more followers and more likes and comments, is to reach out to other accounts on the platform. What I mean by that is that you've got to follow other profiles. You've got to engage with other content because engagement feeds engagement. Many travel influencers do this religiously, and this has likely helped them get to where they are today. Like if you look closely, you can see it all the time. They comment in another travel influencer's post, or they follow another traveler and engage with their content, even if it's brief and tactical. But it's incredibly effective because they're getting their name out there in front of new eyes just by engaging authentically.
That's superb advice. And I'm going to be acting on this one myself because I have an Instagram account that's got cobwebs on it because I hardly ever update it. And okay, I'm doing a podcast rather than tours, right? But still, I need to do some work on my Instagram. So I'm going to be following some of your advice here, Kyla.
That's great. Yeah. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to head on over to Instagram today and look for 20 new profiles to follow. And I'm not just talking about any profile. I mean, someone that's in your target audience, another travel influencer, or a similar account in your niche or industry, like another operator in town. Then you're going to pick a photo that you find interesting and like and comment on it. Something that really stands out to you that you actually like, because it will be easier to write a genuine, meaningful comment. If you just put a couple of emojis, that won't get you noticed. So how do you find new accounts to follow? Well, the easiest way is to start with hashtags. You can just go to the Instagram search bar. Even you can just look through your feed itself, not your personal feed, but the Instagram feed, because Instagram automatically populates that with content it thinks you will like. And so if you go to the search bar, just type in a relevant keyword or a relevant hashtag. So for instance, if you offer ocean kayaking tours, you can use the hashtag sea kayaking, and then the top and recent posts that come up, you can just go through them and pick anything that stands out to you.
That's a really cool idea. I have a question for you about hashtags, because I'm always unsure with this. When I put a post on Instagram, some people say you should, so when I want to hashtag my own post, for instance, that I should hashtag it as a comment to my post rather than put the hashtags in the post. What's your view on that?
There are different opinions on that. Some people write it in the caption. Some people add it as a comment. I'm not sure which one is more beneficial. At Checkfront, we just do hashtags in the caption, but as long as that you're just putting hashtags there and you're switching it up, you're not using the same hashtags over and over again, I think it'll be beneficial no matter what, no matter where you put them.
Absolutely. And these are just quick daily episodes. We can't possibly cover the whole of Instagram in these, but the one, we need to do that on a future episode though. But one of the things I would also add to today's challenge, so this is a Tourpreneur additional one, is because you're listening to a podcast, do a search in your app for Social Media Examiner. They're a phenomenal resource for social media. They have their own podcast, and scroll through some of their episodes on Instagram because they have some pro experts on that are giving out advice. The other thing I would also say is what I've learned through using social is sometimes it's really curious that you'll put a photo up and it just gets a ton of likes and you're like, well, that's not even a great picture. but it just goes to show you what people respond to are not always what we think they will respond to. It's a great monitoring tool.
Yeah, absolutely. And also for this challenge, like it's a good habit to get into every day. Even if you just follow 5 new profiles or comment on 5 images every day, they can even be your customers. Most people are flattered to get a comment from a brand. I remember getting a comment on my Instagram from PADI, the World-Renowned Diving Association, and it was literally the best day ever. So don't be shy. People will be happy to hear from you.
Marvelous. That's some great advice there on Instagram. Thank you, Kyla. That's day 6 of the challenge, and we'll see you back on day 7, Kyla.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to the Tourpreneur podcast. Be sure to visit tourpreneur.com to join the conversation and access the show notes, including links to the resources mentioned on today's episode. This is Tourpreneur.